when we talk about consciousness, it's something that permeates the whole universe. So when we think about life in the universe, it's important to realize that there's many frequencies throughout all that is. And so if you don't see aliens out there, it's not necessarily because they're not there. It's a different frequency. So we can see visible light, but we can't see infrared light. So the density of the body is going to be different for different beings on different planets and in other dimensions, at other levels. So it's a frequency thing. So if you're looking for, say, somebody passed away, and we say, well, where did they go? People point to the ground and they're dead, right? But the personality or the spirit lifts out of the body and it goes to its next destination. So everybody goes to sleep every night, and so they go out of body. And if anybody ever has a concussion or they lose consciousness, go unconscious, and then have some kind of dreams or some very realistic experiences while their body is unconscious. So that's then we can say, well, where do they go, right? But they still had an experience. So we weren't able to see them, even though they were having another experience. So there's different. If we take that knowledge and we look at space and we say, where are all the aliens, right? They're in another level, another frequency of existence, of being. So when we look up into space and we say, well, where's all the life? We just got to realize that there's different levels, different frequencies of consciousness, of beingness throughout the whole universe. So, and then if we take that into account and we say, well, how many beings are in the universe? So we could say there's infinite beings, or we could just say there's one being, because when you look at the ocean, you can say there's water everywhere, and it's all water. And how do you separate one liter of water from another liter of water? Like, how do you say this is the original liter of water and this stuff over here didn't come from that? So the same thing happens when you get to the base level, or the highest frequency, or maybe the lowest frequency throughout the whole universe. Because there's in science they talk about a theory of everything. What's the theory of everything? What's the toe? And in meditation and spirituality, they talk about the theory of everything as well. They talk about enlightenment, or God, or oneness, or the flow, depending on the different, the great kahuna, or whatever it is. So there's an ultimate level or a base level to the universe, and also to spirituality or to religion, right? A union of consciousness, or so. And so what that tells us is that there is, from whichever way you want to look at it, there is an energy throughout all of existence, or a consciousness. And so in that sense, there's only one being in the universe. If we get to that base level where the water is the same as the water kind of stuff. So there's one level of existence, which is the very minimal, or the least differentiation from any other aspect of itself. So the blending of personalities and the blending of motives of movement, where there's no change, is and it's undifferentiated. It's just one being without there being anything else to reflect it. So that's the ultimate sense. So from that ultimate sense, there is no alien, there is no other. It's just you for infinity, because it's beyond any change, any time, any aspect of noticing a difference. So in the ultimate sense, there are no aliens, and there's nobody else but you. And there is no universe, because it's just you. So when we step a little bit into a more, so one of the aspects of knowledge is that, okay, there is a state of being, of you, that is unchanging. And that can have a sense of itself, or it can have no sense of itself, and there could be nothing. And so one of the big things about spirituality or existence is, how do you have something and how do you have nothing at the same time? How do both of those things exist at the same time? How does the consciousness become nothing? How does that happen? You go to work, you come home, you do what you like to do, then you take a rest and you go to sleep. So the physical body has a cycle, right? Throughout the day, you get up, you work, you do what you want to do, or you just have fun all day, and then you eventually, most people go to sleep. I hear there's one guy in Asia who doesn't sleep at all, but he does drink a lot of alcohol. So, all of us need to rest at some point, and the consciousness at every state throughout the universe, throughout all of existence, consciousness goes through a cycle as well where it likes to rest. So you can imagine that when that being, you, the one, eventually decides to be still or to rest, and not to have movement, then that's when nothingness happens. It's still the one being, it's still existence, but it rests and it doesn't create anything. There's no activity. So that's how you can have nothingness and somethingness at the same time. So that was a big thing for me. Earlier in the year 2026, I came to this realization that that's how you get something, and that's how you get nothing. It's always consciousness. There's one consciousness throughout the universe. It differentiates itself into different bodies and has different levels of activity. But there is a a more restful state of yourself, the one, where you're still having things happening, and there's a even deeper state where you're doing nothing. And when the one rests, when you rest, there is nothing. We say there's all this. Some people say, well, the universe is an illusion, right? But there is nothing else in existence but this, but consciousness. So, and there's only one being or one awareness throughout all the universe, and that's you. So, if you want to say that, if you want to rest and say everything's an illusion and really rest, there will be nothing, because you'll go into that state and there will be nothing. But then you may decide to do something again and wake up out of that deep sleep of nothingness, consciousness, or existence, and start creating and doing stuff. So at that point where you're doing stuff alone and you haven't broken yourself into different aspects or multiple personality kind of stuff, where you incarnate into one type of density or another type of density, and then you have the two densities interact with each other. So we can think about the existence or the solar system or the galaxy or the multiple dimensions as different densities or different partitions of the one consciousness, or of the ultimate subtle energy of the universe, or the ultimate base level of reality, or the frequency, so that that awareness, that life, creates different structures for its body and different capabilities and levels of awareness in each one of those bodies. And each one of these localized personalities or branches or different groupings of capabilities of this one being and these different densities or different frequencies of substance has its own localized memory and capability for movement and perception. And then all these different aspects of itself, all these different personalities or beings of itself interact with each other, and that's how we get stuff happening. So we've gone from the nothing, and now we've come into the something. So when we look and we see, are there any aliens off of Earth, we got to realize that at the base level, there's only the one energy throughout the universe, because it's the most subtle, and or it's the most closest to sleep, or less active, level of energy or existence or substance of itself. Just like water blends into itself, so does awareness. It blends into itself, and it originates from itself too, because consciousness is the base level. So it cannot be destroyed, it cannot be created, because it exists. Consciousness exists. So it can go to sleep or it can rest and kind of go out of existence, but it's still that is the base level. That is the ultimate continuity of something. So the life isn't created. So the one being exists forever. It's the only thing that exists because it's the base level of energy or of substance. So there is no other being, because it's all just the one being. It's just you. So when we come into this more branched or differentiated aspect of existence, of consciousness or awareness in these different levels, then we can say, oh, there's somebody out there. Is there an alien over there? And so we can say, yeah, there are aliens out there, because there's just a one. Every substance throughout all of existence is that one being in these different densities or frequencies or levels of amounts of differentiated amounts of awareness. So, and we're all just interacting with ourselves, because it's just a one being. So we could say they are aliens, or there are no aliens, because if we're saying there's no aliens, that perspective could be because it's just all you. So there can't be any aliens outside of yourself. Or we could say, yes, there are aliens, because whatever way you want to explain that. You could say that's not me over there. That's somebody else. And so I think it's important to say that this life exists forever and will exist forever, and it's not created by anybody or anything, because it's the base level, and the next derivation, or the next polar existence of that is nothingness. So there's nothingness and there's something, nothing and something, resting and active, the two states of yourself. And from that we get everything, and then we get aliens, or we get you in all these different bodies throughout existence. So be happy to answer more questions. I just been wanting to make this video for a while, and happy to talk with you now, August 1st, 2026.